Bone Spear, yeah. Not on endgame yet. Not again, but we tried early and it still did very well in Diablo runs. Very fucking good. On like level 26 or so. Diablo runs were fairly easy on it. Gotta say. Basil's Water Axe. My new favorite. Hello baby. Wait, let me see chat real quick. No, the damage is fine. Even though, look at this. Right now, this is just 9.7k. We can push this to like 11, maybe 12. I don't remember. 11 or 12. Something like that. Plus additional... No, no additional period actually. We lose a little bit, but the plus skills make up for it big time. Fino got nerfed, yeah, a little bit, like by 1% by the synergies, I believe. I mean, it's a lot, depending on how many synergies it has, but I don't know. Excuse me. It is after the fix, Twinkies. Oh, you mean, what are you talking about? Are you talking about Skill Collector or no? I'm confused. That's the new one. Ah, Bone Spear, sorry. It is fixed. It already is fixed. I tested it. Still very good for Diablo runs early on. Look at this golem just eating 15 hydras. Ouch. Alright, chat. We did it. Nothing happened. Combustion is the same. Skill Collector change doesn't matter. We're fine. We are good. We did all the maps we can do. Combustion is fine, almost is fine as well. And this was just 8% proc chance, by the way. This is just the 8% version of this. We can get a lower level on Combustion and a better proc chance. Which one's better? I don't fucking know, but we'll see. Probably the lower level with higher proc. Gold Collector is now 2% chance to cast Bone Arm or level 25 instead of 8% level 14. No, it's the same on Combustion because I'm just using Fireball all the time instead. I'm casting just as you are. Doesn't matter. And on Nova, I wouldn't recommend using that in the first place. On Nova, you use Infinity. You wanna see the Nova version? I hope she still has the full gear. We self-wield Infinity, and we have an Inside Golem. Inside Golem, okay, we get 114% mana regen from this, and level 17 is 346% mana regeneration. So we have about 560 mana regen. That is like a mana shrine permanently. What mercenary am I using here? Lightning, right? Yeah. Come on, teleport. I hate 105. It throws me off so hard on my teleports. This is 105 cast right now, sadly. I can't get to 200 without slams. Hey, thanks for the follow. Welcome. This mech was a Stormspire. First Moloch, I can tell you like this. This Mercenary on a cow map, solo, DPS, down here, 200k. Any questions? That was just his damage, nothing of mine. I just teleported around. 200k on a DPS meter from the Mercenary. I think that's a no-brainer. Oops, wrong attack. Well, he didn't clear so fast. Crestfallen. He didn't like insta-kill everything. It took him a couple of Novas and a couple of seconds before he started killing. It was just the AoE of it. And he doesn't have to be the killer machine that he was with Warstrike. I just want him to add enough damage so I lose about 1 to 2 Nova casts on myself so I can justify going faster. It just makes me faster that he gives me the additional Novas, if you get what I mean. It doesn't really like destroy maps any longer. He does good AoE and good damage, but he's not like the killer machine with Warstrike. It's good enough though, and he also gives me a static field for 40% that is 17 yards. That is pretty much the entire screen. 40% pierce just for him, breaking pierce that is. Combined with my Infinity Golem, that's 74% breaking pierce. And that is plenty. Plus my own pierce, which is 72 right now. That is, you know, 146. I can never tell with you, man. Sometimes you sound so serious. And then I feel like I have to justify it, otherwise people will misunderstand or something, and I don't want to have any misunderstanding, you know what I mean? And for those that don't know, Cyclone armor stacks with Shiver armor. So my CTA comes with Shiver armor. It's a decent defense increase. Goes from like 3.7 to 4.5. Not bad for 1 point or just like a CTA. I don't even have to stat it myself, so it's free. My base also comes with Thunderstorm. Ideally I want to have 3 Thunderstorm and 3 Shiver armor on my base. And then I don't have to put points in there myself. Where's my ship? Oh wait, it's I forgot to press this even. We haven't even activated that yet. Now we have Thunderstorm as well. No, I don't have bone armor on this one, Vezo. We have cycling armor. Cycling armor takes over all elemental damage that I take. It goes off sometimes, but energy shield takes over for that time, and that's totally fine. The rest of the damage right now is navigated on my energy shield. That's the physical one. And energy shield is excellent at navigating physical damage. Another thing is, we have 126 mana regeneration at the moment from this. And I'm running a metal grid to get an iron golem made of an insight, level 17, that is 346% mana regeneration. We are sitting at about 560% mana regeneration, which means my casts, Nova is pretty heavy, right now it's 28, but it goes up to like 33 when we get to maximum. And it actually drains your mana. With all this mana regeneration we're having, we are not losing any mana on casting, as you can see. And all the mana per kill that I have, 14 at the moment, is effectively just to heal my mana pool. I do not lose any mana from myself, I only regen with this. So we are heavily stacked on defense with this, and offense as well. It's a lot of neat little mechanisms that I throw together to create something good, pretty much. And Infinity now also has Chain Lightning, as you can see. I just shoot it. There's my Chain Lightning. It's actually very strong because we have maximum synergy on Charge Bolt. We obviously have maximum mastery, and we got 1 point in Lightning, which is also a synergy. Which on level 20, let's see this one. This should be about 4.1k Chain Lightning for free. So this is Nova. This is how I will build a Nova Sorceress. And now I'll show you what I will 99% surely play next season. Frost Nova Sorceress with Ormus for the Frost Nova proc. Iron Jang Bong for Nova and Frost Nova proc. 100% cast rate, by the way, for free. 100%. 100 cast rate for free without slams. Up to 4 sockets with 1 skill slam. That is 3 skills, 4 socket, meaning I can add 4 facets, 20% pierce, 20% plus damage, 3 skills, 100% cast rate. I start sorceress every season and play nothing else. Since season 1, I play nothing but sorceress on live server. I will give you the numbers real quick, so you understand why I'm doing this. A Mang Song will obviously be way more damage for you, but we gain more cast rate on this, and we get the proc. The proc is actually good damage. When I calculate the damage on high end, the procs go like following. The Nova proc, the Lightning Nova proc, with 1 point into Lightning Mastery, is about 500 damage, which is not a lot, we admit that, but it is 500 damage. The Frost Nova proc is 3000 damage. This Frost Nova proc is 3500. That is 7000 proc damage. 7000. My natural Nova on a mob that will have 75 res on maximum gear will receive 10 to 11,000 damage from my Nova. We are sitting on 20,000 Nova damage here. That's crazy. We get static field that removes 15% life from the mobs immediately. And it looks hella funny. I have to find the map, give me a minute. Not that one. Hey, thanks for the follow. Welcome. We can do a Plagathon as well, I tested it already. We did all the maps that we could possibly do on this character, but for the sake of it I will just show this. Because on tier 3 it falls off at the moment because we don't have slams and I'm missing like 8 facets or something. Maybe not 8, actually I miss 4. %, maximum life, but that's okay. Might take a Nova no at the moment, one more Nova right now, but whatever. It's just for showing purposes anyway. I should also build a memory on this because my energy shield sucks right now. Hold on a minute. I'm just gonna yoink it real fast. My natural energy shield cannot reach a high level right now, just because I can't get the plus skills that I require. So I'm gonna have to yoink this and precast. Later we don't have to do that. The Mercenaries don't doing Frost Nova anymore. I swapped to Lightning as well. Because I already get the benefit from my Frost Nova to freeze everything. I gave him this for, so we get the static fields for 15% life gone and more damage from the actual Nova. We benchmarked him on the cow map. Meteor went about 130k or 120k damage on the cows. Plus we get the Frost Nova proc for crowd control. Frost Nova was 100,000 damage, but it procced way more often and we had way more crowd control obviously. And Lightning Nova was 200k damage, but you know, we don't get the benefit of crowd control. But we get that from our own Frost Nova on this one. Now, this is the Iron Jang Bong. I hope you enjoy the extra box. We can actually, in vanilla content, with this setup, we can kill any mob. Vanilla content isn't really strong. Getting our Nova and the Nova proc from our Mercenary actually kills. You can do Diablo once. Lord that says is not gonna stop you, he's gonna die in a second. Yep, there's an Iron Jang Bong. How do you like it? Hardcore? No, I'm going softcore for the new fight. We go hardcore later on. I wanna figure out the fight first and stuff like this. Don't wanna waste my time on hardcore and die. It's all about muscle memory for me, and I wanna have that set. I'm gonna make a fool out of myself if I do it on hardcore. We do it later in the season. Medusa and Doom? Like, the thing is, you do so much cast rates, and the Pierce is not really good. That Phantom will beat it easily. You can do a Death Phantom Medusa setup with this. Like, Frost Nova is not bound to do this. I find Iron Jang Bong to be kind of fucking good with 100% fucking cast rate. That's really good. Makes it a lot easier to get to 200 and not use 2 double SOJs with cast rate. That is a lot cheaper. And I'm not using Lamang Song, which is also hella fucking expensive compared. The static field comes from Mercenary. He self-statics 17 yards, which is basically your entire screen, for 40 pierce. I don't benefit from it, but he does, since he's Nova. So my Mercenary has 15% pierce on his weapon. This is all the natural pierce he has. However, we have the Iron Golem, 34% pierce. Plus his self-static is 40%, that's 74% breaking pierce. Plus the 15, he's at 89 pierce. Plus 920% lightning mastery on him. LOL. Yep. I just wanna put that out there. If I build a sorceress, I'm not playing it or I'm not happy with it unless it's bulletproof. Any build that I release is bulletproof. If I'm not satisfied or I die at, I don't know, some bullshit that I shouldn't die to on like GG gear, then it's not bulletproof. Then I don't do it. I don't allow it. But this is bulletproof almost. We can get it better, so you know. Ooh, we took damage right there. I eat my own words, huh? Yeah, this guy, I just drag him behind me since like 10 kilometers, I think. No, it's not him. This guy. I actually had to pot for once. I eat my own words right there. Huh. My res? Negative on all besides poison. We don't need res. On 90%... Did I even precast it? I don't think so. Anyways, on 90% energy shield, you don't need any res. Besides poison. And now that energy shield can't break anymore, we don't have to worry at all. If you're feeling a bit too unsafe, let's say you actually dip some life or mana per kill, you can remove a facet or two, your damage will be fine. And you add life per kill jewels or mana per kill jewels, or ideally a rare jewel that comes with both. You can sacrifice some damage for more survivability, and trust me, a 3/3 jewel will do wonders for you. It sounds like it's nothing, but it's a lot. Think about it, you kill about like, how many maps on a monster on a map? 2,000, 3,000, maybe more? Let's say it's 3,000. 3 life per kill. Sorry. That is 9,000 life regenerated. I should rebow. And my Shiver armor. That's also really good. The reason that we don't need any bone armor or cyclone armor on this is A, because Frost Nova is, you know, freezing everything. And B, we just have the synergy on Shiver armor. Look at the defense increase. We went from 3 to 7k. So that settles our defense pretty much. Plus the town from our mercenary and decrep. We freeze the mobs and they get decrep. They pretty much don't move. Taunt also means that everything that's taunted will not attack you or your golem. Instead, it will target your mercenary. And our mercenary has a lot of, life on kill. And he actually does good damage. And with his 63 life on kill, he regens quite good. He can take that damage that nobody else wants to navigate on his team. I don't want to get that damage, neither does my golem. He can take it and just heal through it by killing a couple of mobs. Alright. That was the Iron Jang Bong Frost Nova Sorceress with double proc from Ormus. And Nova proc actually. It's good extra damage. Hope you enjoyed it. What's the Mercenary's gear? Basil's Vortex with a jar and 3 facets. Sorry. Ferocity. Exile. Innocence, but you don't want to build it in an Archon plate. You want to use a Hellforge plate. Hellmouth, but you don't need to do that. You can just take Castrate Ghost to get better static field. That is probably better at this point, but later on you can pull this off when we have slams. Arach, obviously. And we gave him Tankrite's Hoop Nails for 10% PDR. This can go up to 40% if we get the slam. The Iron Golem is made on Infinity of this in this case. Fire Sorceress is Iron Golem Infinity. Cold Sorceress Iron Golem Infinity. Lightning Sorceress Iron Golem Insight. Jar and Weapon for Ignore Target Defense. We need Ignore Target Defense to, hit, because the Act 3 Mercenary has low attack rating. As you can see, 110, and the Blade Shield actually needs attack rating. So we're bypassing that by using Ignore Target Defense. It only works for white mobs though, it doesn't work for unique mobs or champions or bosses. But it doesn't matter anyway, he's there to do AoE damage, he's not there to kill bosses. Hey, thank you for the follow, welcome. No, I'm not. You gotta get used to it, Matti. I gonna give you the, like, if you don't wanna run the golem like this, you can still go for an Act 2 Mercenary, give him Infinity, you can still use Ferocity and Innocence combination, you lose Decrep, and you lose all that crazy AoE damage. So it's a payoff for better damage versus, a potential money loss. However, I do this since Season 7 now, and it's totally fine. In the beginning you get scared and you get worried and whatnot, I understand that. But once you get the hang of what the golem can take and what he can't take on your build, it's totally fine. The only big reason to be worried is bosses on maps. Some of them are just built different and they just crush golems. Other ones don't even bother, like the golem can tank them. You can have you have him as a front one to tank for you on the bosses on some of them. I can make a list of which he can take and which he can't. And in case you encounter a boss that you can't, kill with him, or you're scared that the golem dies, you just unequip your amulet real quick. You can pick it back up if you have to, but you can also leave it on the floor. And when you killed the boss, you just do this and you go on. He's on the same level as before. You can swap real quick and bow again. It's probably better after the boss anyway. The time is running out from your bow. So it's all good. There is things to work around. You can just unsummon him if you feel worried, but normal mobs will not kill him. That guy is made of 5.4k life and 1.3k defense. He gets Defiance, which gives him more defense. I don't know how much, I would have to calculate it. But you also get some PDR from it. And he's poison immune. And in general, his lightning rests are pretty good. What rings? I'm on SOJs. What do I do? Where to? Meteor? Or what? Yeah, you can also unequip the amulet. The same happens when you respec. When you respec, he just drops his infinity. So whenever you respec, you wanna pay attention to that. Also, I don't know if they fixed it, I don't think so. When you open a trade window and you close it, like the actual trade window, you accept the trade, the golem is gonna despawn. Be careful. I don't think they fixed that yet. Motto, cause really, you don't have to. Like I said, you can use an Act 2 Mercenary, but I rather take that and get the crazy amount of extra AoE and damage I get from this guy, and know my way around my maps in order to not have my golem die. Normal mobs, even if there's like fanatism stacks and stuff like this, will not kill him. They will prioritize your mercenary first because we are using ferocity. Ferocity gives us taunt. Taunt makes it that the mobs have less attack rating, less damage, and they focus whoever is using taunt. And in this case, my mercenary. They will always focus my mercenary before